Today we'll be doing some game benchmarks on the XG15-V3. This is a very powerful gaming notebook equipped with the Nvidia 860M GTX graphics card with 2GB of GDDR5 memory and an Intel i7-4710 CPU. So let's just take a look at the game performance for several games. So first up we have Wolfenstein, the latest refreshed version of the game. And we have this running at the highest settings. And the visuals are actually pretty beautiful. It's running between 40 to 60 FPS. Which is really sweet considering that this is 1080p max settings. So next up we have Metro Last Light. This is one of the more demanding FPS games on the market. We have this running on high settings at 1080p and we're getting between the high 40s to 50s in the FPS, which is really sweet for a game like this. Metro Last Light is one of the more demanding FPS games that uses a lot of lighting effects, particle effects, as well as heavy tessellation. So it can really push the GPU to its limits.
Try shooting for the center of the regular dummy. Good job. Now, notice the difference? It's good. It's an armor. It's an armor target. Try a headshot. That's the critical hit. Notice the difference? Those are the basics. You can keep practicing if you want, or head on up to more basics.
So next up we have Crysis 3. Crysis 3 is pretty much one of the games that pushes current systems to the absolute limits, and we have this running on settings with everything set to high except for shadows at medium, which is a pretty sweet setup. And yeah, just enjoy the video. So as you can see, we're getting FPS in the range of 30 to 40, which is pretty awesome. So last but not least we have Dota 2. It's a game that many users, when they're purchasing a machine, they ask about. But basically with an 860M you can run games like Dota 2, LOL and so on and so forth at ultra settings at 1080p easily with FPS way above 60. We have this one with VSync on, so it actually locks it at 60 to remove tearing, but if you turn VSync off you'll easily get above 60 FPS. So we're going to just show you a little bit more information about our systems. One of the things we're most proud of with the XG15 is just how it handles heat. So we have with us here a heat gun, and what this does is it tells you the surface temperature when you point the gun at the area of the notebook. So what we have, as you can see, if we point at the palm area of the system actually fluctuates between 27 to 29 degrees Celsius, which is actually below body temperature or even below room temperature. And if we move on to the keyboard, you can see the keyboard is actually in the 30s range, which is really awesome. So we're extremely proud to show the cooling capabilities of the XG15. The system will be cool to touch even during intense gaming. And so if I move this laser to the top, this is where the heatsink is. So there's one hotspot on the system, that's where the heatsink is, at the top left corner. So that's 42, which is still not very hot when you compare it to most gaming systems on the market. And if you move along the top, you'll find that the rest of the areas are actually cooler when you move away from the heatsink. So in general, the cooling system of the XG15 is actually something that we really want to be able to show users. And as you can see here in this video, we're actually open to show the temperature during operation. And you can come down to our showroom, any of our showrooms at Serangoon or Funan, to test the system to get an idea of just how well this system handles heat, because that's actually one of the strongest suits.